We're in Vietnam, and we've been totally stood up by our driver already.
Sad. Here's all the drivers with signs with people's names. That's where ours is supposed to be, and he's not. Amy found some books in our hotel.
They're empty cardboard boxes. And there's a sign that says, "Dear readers, as a courtesy to other guests, please return the items to the shelf after finishing so you can exchange." I think I'm done.
So what is this?
I'm pretty sure it's llama.
Banana pancake. The very small elevator in our hotel. This is me filling up pretty much the whole thing. This is our hotel room on the first night here in Hanoi. Just coming back from the airport. So it's a small room, but it's everything we needed for crashing for one night.
Very nice mattress.
Yeah, the mattress was comfy. The view leaves a lot to be desired, but that's okay. We just needed to sleep.
Oh my gosh, I'm so hungry. What am I gonna do? A little orange bush. Ta-da!
Just in the middle of the street. Welcome to the prison, the Hanoi Hilton Prison. This is where American prisoners of war were kept in Hanoi during the Vietnam War. So it's a nice looking building. You'll notice all the glass shards along the top of the wall there. That would be painful to climb over. The prison was originally built by the French to hold the political revolutionary fighters of the Vietnamese that were fighting the French colonialists. The prison was originally a lot bigger than what remains today. Pretty much all of this was torn down to build a new building, and we just have this row is all that's left. So, but it sounds like people were kept in pretty horrifying conditions here under the French rule. Imagine being chained up to these boards for months on end, not even being released to go to the bathroom. 24/7, you're chained in this position.
So it's kind of funny because the American imperialists were horrible, but look how awesome the North Vietnamese were. Everyone got to play basketball. They got to play volleyball. They got to decorate for Christmas. They got to read letters from home. They got good medical care. North Vietnamese were wonderful to the POWs.
They make a compelling case that Americans were treated much better here than the French treated the Vietnamese prior to that. How much is propaganda? Hard to say.
This is a street, a busy street, and every store is a bookstore. The street of bookstores. We're being brave. We decided we were hungry for lunch, and so we stopped here. We have a plastic table on the sidewalk. We have a nice lady bringing us stuff. I am going to be brave. There are snails. There are things that are bigger that are something. There is something. There are more somethings with stuff in it. And tofu.
Yummy! Snails? Not so great when they're big. Okay when they're little though. Pork, good. These little, these are like breaded things. They're pretty yummy. The mint and everything's great. Tofu, kind of hard for my liking.
I like the tofu. And this stuff, spicy garlic chunks, man, I'm gonna have amazing breath.
We found a New Year's party going on down here. Suddenly a lot of people.
We have no idea what's going on.
How to cross traffic. Just go for it. We figured it out. It's a calligraphy festival.
We found a sign in English that helped. Oh, this is the wrong way. That's the lake behind us.
The lake, the festival.
Okay. There's the festival with all the calligraphy. Oh my gosh. Whoa.
So what is it?
Well, the cookie is sweet. There's nuts and coconut. And the white stuff is kind of tasteless.
Now we're at the Fine Art Museum, and there's more New Year's festival going on here. It's busy. Are they playing a game? And that thing in the middle is the game timer? Perhaps one of the most difficult exams in history. This is the list of people who have passed this particular exam in this temple. There's only 46 names going all the way back to 1246. We made it!
That was good.
We thought we'd come down to the lake to enjoy a spot to sit down, but there's so many people down here. All of the benches are taken. Alright, our second class quarters for the overnight train down to Dong Hoi. It's a tight fit. We're stacked in here. 3 tall. But we'll make it work. We had a little bit of panic trying to get in the train because our printed off tickets, nobody at the counters seemed to know how to deal with them, but eventually we got actual tickets. But they were sending us all over the place.
Back and forth.
Lots of people.
You go to number 1. Go to 1C. That's where we just were. Go to number 6. No, this isn't a ticket. You need to go back and get a ticket. We already talked to everyone behind a counter. Every single counter that had a person behind it, we already talked to them.
Well, then go to the train. So we went to the train, but then we didn't know which car we needed to be on, so clearly we
didn't
need...
have a ticket.
Clearly we need more.
Yeah. So we went back to 1C, and she said, no, go to number 1. So we went to number 1, and she was like, what are you doing here again? We're like,
Help.
we need a ticket. And she was like, oh, well, give me your passport. Okay. And then she printed off our tickets, and we were fine. We are in Vietnam, we are on a scooter, life is good, and Matt is happy. Woo!
This is fun. Relaxing.
It's so nice to not be in the city. Soccer game with cows. Cows in the road. So we've gone 6 kilometers and we're about 85 to 90% sure that we're not lost. Although we might be lost. But we have another nice couple who's kind of been following us. And they're still behind us. So at least we're all lost together. Partay / lots of soccer. I didn't know soccer was so big here. Vietnamese mountains are awesome.
We've come to Dark Cave, and I won't be able to take my phone in there to make video with us because things are gonna get wet and muddy.
We forgot the GoPro, which has the waterproof and the floaty.
Yeah.
Oh well.
But we'll show you some stuff in advance. The TV kind of shows what we're going to do, so I'll show you that in a moment. But we will zip line from the top of that tower down across the river a ways and end up at the entrance of Dark Cave over there somewhere. And we get to go quite a long ways into a pitch black cave with headlamps and then play in a mud bath, essentially. Really thick, muddy water at the end of it before we come out. So that is one of today's activities. So having returned from the cave, tell me all about it.
Well, first I went zip lining, and that was kind of like swinging, but for a long time in only one direction.
Here comes another zip liner.
There they went. And then we swam like 20 meters or something into the cave, and we walked through the cave until we found the mud. And then we went mudding, and that was exciting. We got mud everywhere, and there was lots of it. And on the way I saw bats. I saw a bunch of bats, all sorts of bats. And then when we were done mudding, we came back and I saw a weird red ant critter on the wall. It looked kind of like an ant, and it was red and deep in a cave. So that was exciting. And I was freezing cold and covered in goosebumps and shivering, and I had no blood anywhere in my arms. And then we went kayaking back here, which is like a quarter of a mile, and we took a really cold shower, and here we are getting ready to eat big noodle or something like that. She said, "What do you want to eat?" And we said, "What is there?" And she said, "I only have big noodle." And we said, "Okay." How about you, Matthew?
Well, I didn't get to go zip lining because it's a maximum of 90 kilograms on the zip line.
and I'm more than that. So, no zip lining for me, unfortunately. The cave was really cool looking from inside, very large and cavernous, but then kept getting smaller and smaller, and by the point we got to the mud in the end, you're walking in a single file shaft that's 25 feet high, but only a couple feet wide, and then it opens up at the end to this little black mud cave. Well, it's brown clay, but it's very dark in there. No light at all other than from our headlamps. Lots and lots of clay, mud, water all over everything, and you could float on the water. It's kind of like being in the Dead Sea, where I've never been, but the density of the water is higher, and so you just float right on top of it.
Speak for yourself.
Back floating without even trying. It was fun. And we put mud everywhere, and I slimed it all over you. And you gave me a mud heart, and I squished it immediately.
Yeah, he killed my heart. Oh well. And now we are excited for big noodles.
Oh, and there's other little zip lines and this little obstacle course right down there that you can see. When we came back after the kayaking, I was able to do that zip line because it's shorter, and I just held on right to the end, and it flung me off, and I back flopped into the water below, and everybody on the boat shore was like, "Oh!"
And it was very exciting.
And that was fun.
We're on the Muoak Springs Eco Trail. A little walk through the jungle. Maybe we'll see some animals. Certainly some flora for Amy.
Matthew risks his life going over the bridge that ends in a net. Uh-oh, he got in trouble. He didn't make it to the net.
This guy's fucking weird. He's been following us. We go, he goes. We stop, he stops. We change directions and backtrack. He follows along. He's got a radio, so it's like he's an official park person, but it's weird. It's bugging me.
Please don't attack us. Big cow in the road.
This is our room in Wing Shack, and it's a cozy little place. Comfy bed. Just has a curtain for a wall. And lots of other dorms in here.
Nom 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 nom. Tell me about your morning drink, Matthew.
It's mango and yogurt in a shake. It's delicious.
Banh mi sandwiches for breakfast. Today we tour Paradise Cave with this group of people. Fine folks from Canada joining us as well. We're gonna go 7 kilometers into the cave, so that's a lot deeper than you can go if you're just going into the cave yourself. And we're gonna have to swim through part of it.
We're going on a bear hunt.
The long climb up the mountain to the cave. So 31.4 kilometers is the total cave length. We're going in down here, swimming across here, up to a skylight here, and then back out.
Outside. Be careful. Yeah, I got one. Feel cold so they don't. The people in Vietnam, they.
Ôi đây đây rồi. Thiên đường trên kia rồi.
This Amy on the left?
Yes, yes.
That's bat guano, that whole pile. Neato.
Tôi biết một chút tiếng Việt.
Tôi biết một chút tiếng Việt.
Tôi biết một chút tiếng Việt.
Yeah. Thật nhiều.
This formation's called the Tiger.
Đây này.
This formation is a camel. Kind of. Definitely can see it. Sorry. This is the end of the boardwalk portion of the tour. From here, we get to leave the lights, leave the boardwalk, and continue on our way with the group that paid for the 7-kilometer long tour. Into the dark.
Scorpion and spider look here.
Scorpio.
Yeah, scorpion and spider. Yeah. So scorpion and spider is not have a lot. It's a little bit, not a lot. If you're lucky, you can see a lot in the cave. Yeah. And you can see the top over there. When you see have the rock from rolling up at the bottom, it's stalagmite, right? Yeah, it's like stalagmite. And coming down from by the ceiling is stalactite, right? And special, this is coming down, so inside hollow. Inside hollow.
Why? How? Why?
It's from by the deposit, from by the circle. Mirror from deposit by the circle. Yeah. A long time from by this. Yeah. It's named Soda Straw.
Soda straw.
Yeah. It's Soda Straw inside
It
hollow.
totally looks like a soda straw.
Yeah. And this one, comes sideways.
Yeah.
Sideways from by the wind.
Oh.
Oh,
It's
wind.
named halactite.
Halactite.
Yeah, halactite. And sometimes you see the stalagmite roaming up, stalactite coming down in corners.
Yeah, like that one. Almost.
Oh yeah, almost there. Maybe I'm talking over there, right? In 10 years from.
This giant cavern that we've come to. It's huge.
Mammoth.
You have to put in the line, put the line up the ceiling, then you can see the water dripping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Anh này nhìn vậy.
A few minutes ago, we walked for quite a while in complete darkness. It's rather unnerving.
Anh cái vùng này tầm khoảng một vài ngày nữa thôi, là nước vào. Sẽ cạn đấy. Em bắt cái cạn vào trong này.
What? I have mostly been. Okay. How you out?
There's Amy. Hello. Okay.
Oh my gosh, it's really shallow.
Whoa!
There's light down there. We've reached the skylight area where that's our termination point, where we have lunch and turn around. 7 kilometers underground, or at least into the mountain. Skylight. Lunchtime! So these are the shoes that I'm wearing in the cave. They're Vietnamese army shoes. They're very thin soled and canvas, and they drain the water out, but they're not very comfortable. I'm very much looking forward to getting back into my own dry shoes after 14 kilometers in these things in the wet. Found a big old spider for Amy. She's very excited about this.
You don't have spider?
It's about 3.5, 4 inches in diameter. Cave spider. We made it. We made it back out. Not sure what I've gotten myself into here. I get to cook my own dinner tonight.
I got boiled bamboo. Oh, here we go. Thank you.
Thank you.
I got boiled bamboo, and our drinks just came from across the street. And Matthew got some sort of spring rolls. Or I got some sort of bamboo. I'm not sure. I pointed at a picture. I didn't know what it was. Exciting adventures.
Newest adventure today. I had a small puncture wound on the bottom of my toe here. I tried to keep it clean and use some antiseptic wipes, but it looks like it's gotten infected. Bit of some red lines running up the veins. So today we get to find a doctor. The pharmacy is closed, so I'm gonna have to do something else. I got that puncture wound in Dark Cave.
Okay, we finally found an open pharmacy.
And
we
they
got
hand out antibiotics without a prescription.
And they say, how much do you want? And we said, we'll take 10. Here. We'll take 10. And we also got antibiotic ointment. So we're going to put some on that toe now. Because he's so sad and has lines. We don't like lines. And it's not supposed to be that color. Yay!
Trung cáo cái bị thương vào dưới kia mà một loạt nó chia đôi này. Cháu tập trung cả chúng đấy.
We're getting ready to go down our boat. They're like bumper cars down there. If one of them wants to get out and someone's behind it, it just goes and pushes the other one.
There's the cave up there. After all the walking we did yesterday, sitting in a boat and enjoying the cave is a nice change, especially since my toe hurts. We've reached the end, turning around.
Matthew and Phong Na Cave on a little bridge.
There's Amy taking pictures. Just about back to the cave entrance. I got an ice cream cone. I don't know what flavor it is, but it has roasted coconut on top and it's delicious.
I have no idea.
Maybe dragon fruit, maybe? I'm not sure what this game is called, but we've seen it played several places.
We're going on an adventure to some botanical gardens, but we're going that way. Through forest. Oh look, a dog. Smells like cows.
We've come to the botanical gardens, and they've got a 1.5 hour loop that we can walk around here. Some monkeys. This place is heaven for Amy because all the trees and everything already have their identifications on them. And I know how she loves to identify plants and animals. And I think at this pace it'll take us about 3 times longer to do the loop than is anticipated. Because we're not going very fast. Right now she's stopped to take pictures of spiders. There's a peacock at Peacock Viewpoint.
That was me. But it did that to us when we walked out.
Like a pro. She doesn't even need that rope. Let's see if she needs it now for this nice big drop. Not really. Warning, abyss, slippery walking. And a little waterfall. This is the trail right here. It's very pretty. We're on a rock. We found a bigger waterfall further up the hill. It's a heck of a slippery climb from way down there.
Good thing there's lots of ropes.
Yeah, the ropes help. I would not want to try this without the ropes.
No, especially one-handed. Amy's
first ever lessons on riding a scooter. Okay. Now go a couple more and maybe do a couple wigglies across the road. Just like riding a bike, huh?
Yeah, just like. Now what?
Good job, Obama. This drink is named after you. It has banana, mango, orange, and honey in it, and it's freaking delicious. What is it?
It's a Syrian salad.
Are you sure?
Yes.
We're in Vietnam,
Patchouli or something salad.
but we're in Vietnam.
Well,
It's a Vietnamese Syrian salad?
yes. It's
Oh.
a Vietnamese Syrian salad.
Fun. Pizza for me tonight because I feel like that. And so I'll eat it.
So we're at the train station in Dong Hoi, waiting for our train, SE4. So some trains start arriving. SE2 arrives and leaves. Then they start announcing for SE5. SE5 was supposed to arrive at 1940, but it has been delayed
Because of obstacles on track.
because of obstacles on track. It will now arrive at 1935. We apologize sincerely for the inconvenience and hope to receive your sympathy. It's not delayed if it's getting here 5 minutes early. Why should you receive our sympathy for causing us inconvenience in this manner? It's so confusing. We're so confused.
This time we're in a first class sleeper cabin. So there's only 2 beds per side, and that makes it a whole lot easier. Room to sit up, which is quite nice.
Here we are, arriving at Hanoi.
Tell me how you liked having a screaming child
It was
in our
super
cabin.
exciting. It was super exciting. From 8 until midnight, we had these oblivious people sleeping below us. They were completely unaware that someone else might be in the room trying to sleep. At midnight, when they're getting off the train, they're like, blah, 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 very loudly.
Singing songs, clapping hands with their kid.
And then we had a nice, quiet couple get on and immediately started smelling really strongly of cigarette smoke. And we're like, are we smoking down there? No. Someone was smoking somewhere on the train and blowing it into a vent, which was then recirculating and blowing into every single sleeper car. It eventually went away. That was exciting too. And now here we are, walking, smelling cigarette smoke.
We are back in Hanoi, and today we're going to Sapa. So from here we get on a bus. Well, not a bus. It's a nice van, luxurious van, and it'll take us all the way up to Sapa, which is about a 6-hour drive. Yeah. at a rest stop and Amy's over here investigating some unknown food wrapped up in banana leaves. So what is it, baby?
It's gummy white goo stuff filled with things. I'm not sure yet.
Well,
This sausage is a sausage.
tastes like a hot dog. So this will be our home base for the next 4 days. The Heavenly Homestay in Sapa. It's this nicely decorated building that I think is just great. And this is my CEO. She's going to be our tour guide.
And the black monk and the fan and black monk people and then the man and can then not child the woman, the mother, father to come to look. I like it the girl. I can take the girl to come the family tree die and can follow the go back or go the home to talking with the father mother.
Did you catch all that?
Yes.
Me neither.
So the chicken egg, the mushroom.
Okay.
Oh no, mushroom. Then what?
Mushroom and chicken?
Yeah, with the chicken and then the vegetable.
Vegetable.
Cabbage.
Cabbage.
Yeah, cabbage. It's the meat. They make together the chicken egg.
All right.
Yes.
What is it?
The
Chicken
meat.
and
Chicken?
egg.
Chicken and egg?
Pork. Make together.
Pork?
And pork.
Yeah. Pork.
Okay.
Together the.
Amy finishing up our first meal. A lot of this stuff looks like it goes outside when the weather's nice. So this little room on the side is going to be our room for our time here. And it's quite nice inside. Big bed. It's got all this rock work around the bathroom. Bathroom's pretty nice, except it does have just a shower sink floor combo, so that's an Asian thing, but it's not something that I particularly like, because then your bedroom or your bathroom floor is always wet, so you can't walk in there without sandals on or something, but that's okay. Getting a tour of the gardens in our local area. So all this sand is taken out of the stream for making cement and mortar, bricks, etc. It's a labor-intensive way to get sand.
Be careful, okay?
ADA approved walkway.
Yes.
You okay? Yes. He was taking his coat off.
So this is my CEO's house. She's brought us here. Hello.
Tổ chứ là cha mẹ là husband.
Your husband.
Yeah.
Up there.
Hello, husband.
Hello, nó á hả?
Hello.
It's so big. And the corn.
Corn hanging, yeah.
In here, I work in the corn. The one here for the top one.
Oh.
Yeah. Also. Yeah, you can sit there. Have to come up in Namsan 5 relief for the cook. They have the 3, 4, 5 different colors.
Oh.
Yes.
So this is medicine for anti-inflammatory achy joints for farmers working in the fields all day. So above the cooking pot we've got pig hanging here, smoking.
After we take put off.
Lots more smoke. All pork?
Yeah, all pork. Pork, all pig pork.
How long does it take to smoke?
If we smoke here and the one month, I will take it off. They will just leave like this. In the whole year. We just leave like this. What time we want to eat, we can take.
It's hard for an old motorcyclist to do too, let alone a new one.
Yet another cave.
We're not allowed to go deeper in there. No more bulb lights.
Not the tree come in here, they visit cave after go that time.
Very dark in this cave. Goes much deeper than we're gonna go because we are not outfitted for dark exploring right now. We have one flashlight on my phone and that's it. Dinner tonight is yumminess. This is chicken, fried chicken wings.
This is greens. This is yellows.
Maybe a curry.
That's meat with green.
Tạm for chili and go from the fire.
Yes. Fire for the cooking for it.
The bamboo.
Yeah, also the bamboo.
Also the bamboo.
Trekking through the rice fields.
That and I don't know the English. Got tu.
Say again?
Got tu.
Got to?
Yeah, got tu. How do you flower?
And there?
Yep.
Oh, how about here?
It's a bridge. A rather nice bridge. So this is a cardamom plant. It smells really nice. These are what it looks like growing in the wild. This path that we're walking is the main road into the village. There's 12 villages in this area. This is number 1. Our guide today is Fan Mai, and this is the way to her house.
That is orchid flower.
These are orchid flowers on posts so the animals don't eat them.
Happy New Year. Hi, Daddy.
This is Fan Mai's dog.
One of them.
Hi. Hi.
That also for me pig.
Your pig.
Yeah.
Fine looking pig. This is Fan Mai's house. These are her ducks. Back there were her pigs. Our children. Hi.
Hello. Amy. What is your name? Tame? Amy, what is your name? Lapa. With a big bite.
Here's the other dog. Hi.
Take our shoes off.
Got meat drying over the fire. Pig.
Drying pig.
Chị mãi cho ní mày.
Oh.
Chị ở bố mãi ní.
We got our green tea. And this is cardamom.
Cardamom can eat spicy a little bit.
Just take one little piece. It gets spicier.
That's a strong flavor.
That's why it's a spice that you put on things normally.
Mm-hmm.
Begging cats and kittens.
Fried rice, chicken, and cabbage. It's my first rice wine here in Vietnam.
Rice wine for Matthew.
It doesn't taste anything like the rice wine we buy in the store back home.
What does it taste like?
It's more like vodka. But
Drink and eat more food.
it's not vodka, but that's the closest alcohol I can name. It tastes more like vodka than white wine.
Lots of pretty pink flowering peach trees. We made it back to our room. Amy's relaxing in the bed that's heated.
Heated bed with the jacket on. I used my Runkeeper app to track our walk today. We went about 7 miles, 7.21 miles, in just over 5 hours. And you can tell that we did do a lot of up and down because this is the elevation change. We went up and down quite a bit. Also, at one point, Matt measured how steep the path was that we were walking on. It was like a 26 to 28% grade.
It was 28% grade.
Yeah, that's steep. Back at home, it's like 6% grade maximum on the highway. It was steep.
And the fog is clearing a little bit, so we actually have a bit of view out our back door here. How pretty is that? Here's dinner tonight. And this is Dot. He's our homestay host. And he's returned from Hanoi finally to join us here. So some of this has been cooked over the fire right there. Some sort of roasted meat. Meat with greens.
With lemon leaf and cardamom. Some cardamom have smell.
Okay. And what is this one?
It's spring rolls.
Spring rolls.
With bean and some pork.
Beans and
It's
pork.
choco and garlic.
Okay.
Choco?
Choco like squat.
Okay.
This is Cammie. She's from France and also staying here at the homestay to join us.
Your hair looks so much drier.
So this is Happy Water. It's a plum wine, essentially. Pretty similar to rice wine.
Except for with plums.
Cheers. Tastes like a really strong alcohol content red wine. We've been sitting around this little fire talking about differences in our cultures and drinking beers. Not a bad way to spend an evening. Amy went to bed already. She's missing out.
Cheers.
Cheers.
You stood up beer? Yeah.
A new morning, and it's raining hard. Not sure what we'll do, because I don't think we'll be wanting to be out trekking in this. Okay, never mind. It's 20 minutes later, and there's blue sky and sun. What? Pancakes, and that's honey, not syrup. And artichoke tea, which we've never had before. So we're trekking, getting started. This is our homestay right down there. Now that it's actually sunny, we can see it from up on the mountains. And the first day we trekked up here to our guide's house was up here, and then came back down around over there somewhere. And today we're going down this other side.
Matt's gonna try hemp weaving. My CEO is helping him.
Do you want me to push one?
Yeah, you can put one and
So
yes.
push
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
Now slide through.
Yeah, yes. Yeah, do one that. Yes.
Then left.
Yes.
That's my husband, the weaver.
I'm making a mess of this.
What's going on here?
I don't know. Nothing good.
It's okay, it's okay.
Good job,
I
Matthew.
better not screw it up any worse than I have. Beautiful views from up here. Got a nice fish pond. Over here on the right, all of these old patties were dug by hand, and then new ones, now they're dug by excavator machines, so much easier.
Smell that stuff.
This is some old cathedral.
This is French?
Before, your country people from Indochina, they come in here for building the hotel in here. The Vietnamese to come in here, they're fighting my local people, and you people also not building the hotel here, and make nothing here now.
Okay.
Yeah, before and maybe the China people, not the fighting in Vietnam, and you people building the big house in here.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
big hotel.
wars just ruin everything.
Yes, yeah.
Quite a view from up here. We're also up here at this house. This has got to be the nicest house we've seen around. I don't know who owns it, but we just walked up the driveway to see the view with our guide, so apparently that's normal. This is how they grow mushrooms. Large covered things.
Matthew wants to be friends with all of the cows, but he doesn't speak Vietnamese, nor does he speak Bac Hong Mong, nor does he speak West Sao. So he just scares them away. Run, Matthew, run! Not so good with the slipping. The cow's looking at him like crazy.
Slipping ruined everything.
Try number 2. St. Matthew of the Cows. Oh my goodness. He's touching the cow. St. Matthew of the Cow strikes again. Thank you.
Today we're eating lunch on the floor. So this is some sort of fish and vegetables in the hot pot, and chicken with lemongrass, plum wine, other vegetables and rice. The fish is really quite delicious, which, you know, I'm not a big fish fan, but that's saying something. So we've been done for a while, but they're all still eating.
Their stomachs are never ending. How do they stay so small?
I don't know. And this is their 4th bowl of plum wine. Oh my goodness. Dot was just saying that at his wedding they went through 3,000 liters of plum wine. That's just crazy. Hiking again in the afternoon. This time on muddier paths. We're going to go up to the top of this mountain by our homestay for a view. An albino buffalo. Or white anyway. Probably not albino. We've hiked all the way up to the top of this mountain in the middle. This is kind of everything that you can see is the perimeter of what we've been trekking this whole time. And next, we're going down there for an herbal medicine bath. So these white flowers here are what they make the medicine baths out of, which we're on our way to enjoy. And Amy's got a pretty little flower here. She wants me to take a picture because she's cute.
Aww.
And I kiss her.
This is very wiggly, Matthew. Woo! This is a Happy New Year game that they play. If you can make it all the way out, you get money. If you can't, you fall off and you get no money. Woo! You're amazing.
Yeah, very
so
well.
Easy for you.
You can do one time.
One time. Woo! Bravo! You made it look as easy as she did.
It is not as easy as she did. No. Matthew is going to try his hand at another Vietnamese Happy New Year game. Climb the pole for money. Climb the pole for money. And I don't think he's going to make it all the way to the top. Oh, he gives up so easily. But not as easily as I do. I'm not even trying it.
Solid marble road, anyone? It's not smooth, but it's not going to wear out anytime soon. So the medicine bath is in this giant cistern above a wood stove, and then they fill up these red buckets. And then they take the red buckets into the room where we're going to have our baths in these giant wood barrels.
Exciting.
How fun. We're dirty.
It's an adventure.
We could use a bath.
Especially one that makes your legs and back not hurt.
Here's the medicine bath. I stepped into it, and it was really, really hot. And I was like, ah! And then we noticed that there's these nozzles to add cold water to make it bearable. But I stood in a very hot bath for a moment.
And he was crying and screaming, and it was very funny.
Quite nice. It smells like some sort of herbal tea.
Maybe don't drink it though.
Don't drink it. It's a big barrel.
Still in the bath. It's nice and warm. I had 4 flies floating in it, but I scooped them out. Now I have no flies.
Dinner with the whole family. We have chicken with mushrooms.
Beef with mushrooms?
Lemongrass beef, maybe?
With mushrooms?
Yes,
I will.
Special mushrooms. It's yummy.
Another motorcycle ride today. This time Dad is leading us somewhere. We're going to a waterfall. We're going to other places. It will be an exciting adventure. Super exciting. We're going along. These people swerve right in front of us and stop. And we crash. We're all okay because we were wearing our safety gear like jeans and sandals. And also going super slow. That helped. Very exciting. My first motorcycle crash.
Right where they stopped in front of us, it was a very slick spot on the asphalt. I hit the brakes and the front tire just immediately locked up with a tiny bit of braking. Down we went.
This is how you get gas in a busy place. Everyone just smooshes in and eventually you get to the front and someone gives you some gas. The excitement has been nearly unbearable, and now Dad has abandoned us here on the side of the road for 5 minutes, he said, and then he drove away.
We've ridden the motorcycles up to this pass. There's kind of a preview of the road that we've been riding. We didn't ride that section, we came up the other side, but it's equally curvy. It's a good motorcycle road. I'm just on a really shitty motorcycle, so it makes it a little bit stressful. Brakes that don't work well, tires that don't grip well. It's too small for me. Everything's loose and jiggly, clutch is grabby, etc. But you got to appreciate a good view anyway. stopped at a waterfall, so we've got a little bit of a hike to get down to it, down these nice stone steps. And apparently it's supposed to be a very pretty one. Who has the right of way? Me or the buffalo? I think the buffalo thinks that he has the right of way. I guess I'll move. Path goes along this nice stream. Kissing on a stepping stone.
In the middle of a stream. Fried rice for lunch.
So what is this? What is this?
Fried rice with beef and
Fried rice with beef.
I'm still going.
In typical Amy fashion, she finished her plate and the broccoli. I didn't finish mine. Dot did not finish his either. But Amy out-eats us all.
I am king of this parking lot. Don't you forget it.
Dinner tonight has been all the favorites. The yummy spring rolls that we polished off really fast. The yummy curry that we polished off really fast. Fried chicken that Matt had like 3 pieces of last time. And an unknown something. How exciting! Nummy. Matt will now demonstrate the traditional way to eat Vietnamese food. Oh look, eat rice. And then eat something off of there. Eat more rice. Eat something. Eat more rice.
They go in your mouth to grab stuff off of the tomato plates. And that's totally normal. But it really caught us off guard the first time. We're used to it now.
As long as no one has a horrible cold, I'm fine with it. Just joking. Just joking. 5 dishes. The greens hadn't come out yet. So much food for 2 of us. Matt forgot about one very important part about Vietnamese eating. Ready? Snacking means you like it.
It's our last day here in Sapa, and we're trying to dry out some clothes. There's no dryer, hasn't been sunny, so our wet clothes that we've washed, we're now holding up in front of the heat lamp, and steam is coming off of them. So it's not the easiest way to dry clothes, but when you need to get things packed up, gotta do what you gotta do. It's just way too humid here and not warm. So stuff does not dry quickly. Just hanging it up, it would take, I don't know, 4 days to dry maybe. Our final meal here at Dot's. We've got some delicious bacon, spring rolls, greens, chicken, tofu over rice. And we're joined by a large group of people from Poland today, so eating with company.
We used to have these things because you don't have anymore. Here we have spring rolls.
The spring rolls. Ours are pretty much gone already. We've come down to the market in Sapa to see what there is to buy, if anything.
Lots of dead animals.
all the shops are peddling the same stuff. Every single shop has exactly the same stuff. I don't know how anybody makes a living. The sections on fruits and vegetables. So we asked about where we could find a bookstore because Amy's read all 3 of her books already. And she's looking at my book lustfully, and I can't have her taking my book, because then what will I read? So we're going to go see if we can find her a book. We asked the people at the hotel, so we know where their bookstore is. We're not sure if they'll have any books in English, but gotta go to find out.
What does it look like when you walk down the street? Oh, you know, cars, motorbikes, sidewalks, no sidewalks, puddles. Oh, excavators, no big deal. Just in the middle of the road, hopefully not hitting any cars.
I never see people in the United States driving a motorcycle and on their phone at the same time, but you see people doing it here. Riding one-handed, eating stuff one-handed.
So we came to the train station. Does this look like a train station? No, it does not. Because we go to the train station and they're like, what are they like, Matthew?
Well, they don't speak English.
Go that way.
He
So we
looks
go
at our
that
paper
way.
for a long while and tells us to go around the corner. So we go around the corner and the only thing there is a police station. So we're kind of looking in there and that doesn't look like the right place. But then a lady at a restaurant next to the police station, she waves us down and comes over and is chatting with us, and she looking at our paper and says, okay, go down there to the place that says takeaway. So we wander in there, and that's the post office. So then the restaurant next to that then actually comes and says, oh yeah, we can help you. We can help get you a train ticket.
So now we're in a restaurant.
We've already paid for these tickets. We just need the actual ticket.
Ticket to be printed out. Good thing I have like 2.5 hours to kill.
I paid.
Guys, we're not very smart. We don't know what these are.
I remember seeing them in a video somewhere along the way as I was planning this trip, and they were some sort of yummy fruit. I spotted them. We bought some. Let's give it a try. We peel them first. I remember that much.
Well, yeah, it's super spiky.
Oh, there's like a whitish,
a gooey center.
Grape sort of thing in it.
Adventures in not knowing your fruits.
Mix between a cherry and a grape, maybe?
We also got this, which looks like a cross between a tomato and a tomato. But apparently you're supposed to peel it and eat it. I peeled it, ish. The white part tastes kind of good. The pink part tastes not so good. It's striped. Jenny, what am I eating? I don't know how to eat this. It's super... I don't know what I'm eating.
Use your words.
It's sweet. It's gushy. It's slimy.
Does it taste like anything else you're aware of?
It's just slightly sweet. I have no idea what's happening right now. What is this?
Doesn't have much flavor.
Right? It's just slightly sweet. Oh, we got to the big black pit. Or something.
Okay, Amy's turn to try one of my little red fuzzy fruits.
It tastes like something. Something that you eat in a garden and not from a store. But I don't know what it is.
We have tickets. 2 tickets.
They came out of a nice man's pocket.
Yes.
But we have them, and that's what matters. Ridiculous process. It's different at every single train station. How can a railway operate like this? I don't understand.
I don't know, go to the restaurant. You'll be fine. We figured it out. I had a star apple.
And I had rambutan,
Of course.
which is related to the lychee.
But not lychee.
No.
And the star apple is just weird.
Yeah, and not at all like an apple.
But it looks like a tomato on the outside.
Gonna eat some bun cha.
So instead of going to a super nice restaurant, we came to this lovely home mall that's pretty busy. You can see that chicken there? Its mouth is open. It's screaming in agony. Also this here, communal water glass. Walk up, grab the glass, put some water in it, drink it, put the glass back, walk out onto the street. Nat says, "Oh dear God."
How is everyone not dying? Behold dinner. Bun cha, which is rice noodles and cooked pork in soup, and fried vegetables and rice.
Okay. Smacking means you like it.
It's very sweet and deliciously sweet. Lots of umami flavor. Really good.
Umami.
How have we gone this long without trying food?
Got me.
Tonight, we get the whole train car to ourselves. We don't have to share bunks with screaming children,
If we can't
noisy
sleep,
people,
it's our own
or
fault.
smokers. We paid dearly for this car because there were no more first or second class bunks available when I was booking tickets. And we were either going to be in separate cabins or we were going to pay like 70% more to get the VIP sleeper cabin all to ourselves, and that was a no-brainer. I'm so looking forward to it after having 2 not so good sleeps on a train so far.
Gonna be totally worth it.
Yeah.
Night night.
It's entirely too early an hour to be awake. 4:30 in the morning, rolling into Hanoi. I could use a couple more hours sleep, but at least we slept well.
On our way to the bay. Our first view of the ocean.
That is such a big tram. Goes all the way across the bay. We're on our little transport boat to go out to the junk. These are the people we'll be stuck with for the next few days. There's our captain. The Red Dragon awaits. Made it onto the boat. Looks pretty nice in here. Got a bar. Here's our cabin in the ship. Nice bed. View out the windows. We have our own bathroom.
With robes.
Ooh. Check this out. I can even open our porthole windows. Something's smelling good in the kitchen. They're cooking for us. This is the hallway with all the cabins. Hello. Hello. What's your name?
My name is Sky.
Miss Sky?
Yeah, I've living in Ninh the Kai Ninh Bình. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Hello. This lunch is going to be 7 courses. This one is prawn soup of some sort, sweet and sour prawn soup. The second course was a salad, onion pineapple salad. It's gone. It was yummy. Now we're on to prawns. Amy's got the vegetarian option, which is mushrooms and egg. Stewed chicken and rice. Cabbage and carrot salad. And sea bass is the final meal. Amy's got curried potatoes and tofu and carrots. And tofu. Strange sights out our porthole.
Amy found a crab caught up in the net on a rock.
It's time for Mai Tais and Amy with her hot chocolate.
Hot cocoa.
Oh, I know.
Breakfast noodles. Getting used to eating noodles for breakfast. It's not a normal thing in America, but it's normal here. Amy likes noodles every time of the day.
Yes.
We're at the private beach owned by this company. We're just up here reading books, watching the views go by. Nice spot.
Sea snails and nymphets and mussels. Oh my. We are tracking Matthew. Found him! There are things. Can you see the wormy things right there? This tree tried really hard. It grew and grew and grew, but it didn't quite make it. The crack just wasn't big enough.
All the way up to that tree.
This tree, on the other hand, managed to make it. It sent its roots down and down and down and down and down so that Matthew can climb it. All the way down to the ground. Snowman face coral.
Hey. How's the fishing today? Good fishing? Good.
Barbecue lunch on the beach. 7-course meal. We had jicama salad and now prawns and sweet potatoes. Eagle wing.
Yeah, eagle wing.
Chicken.
No.
And what's this
Tofu
one?
with garlic.
Okay. Tiger rib and
Chicken egg.
barbecued chicken eggs. Fried rice. Fish.
And eggplant.
Some of our crewmen are over here prying oysters or clams or something off of the rocks. We're guessing that might be for dinner.
Dinner?
Oh, no, not for dinner. Yeah.
What is it?
We get some snail and oyster. Yeah.
Some oysters?
That's oyster.
Who's gonna eat them?
Yeah, we can eat it.
Yeah?
Yeah, but I think you come from Euro, so that's not good for
Oh, it's
you.
not good for the belly.
Yeah.
Oysters?
It's Vietnamese food.
Calamari and
Do
mushrooms.
you enjoy the food?
And barbecued banana for dessert.
Yeah, right?
There's our cooks and our crew. They've served us so well. Cooking food over here in the cage.
Hello, American.
Yes, hello. Mr. T and Kai, and I don't remember the rest of them. Mr. Bean. Woo! What did you throw in there? Oysters? Oysters in there?
Oyster in it.
Yeah.
And the shell.
Oh, okay. Exploded.
Now we can take a photo of the boat, right?
Oh, we gaan weer meer staan. He did not scream very much at all.
Nice.
How does he do without screaming? Like, I can't.
Pretend to be really macho.
R? 15 feet?
Ramming speed.
May your photo two of you. Hello.
Thank you very much for the loan.
Hello.
Real captaincy.
Ah, Matthew is driving the boat.
Doesn't turn very fast, does it?
Yeah.
Love you.
Oh. See how patient I am with you?
So patient.
I just continually ignore you. The more annoying you get, the more I ignore you.
Yeah. There's a cave on that mountain. I get to climb 90 steps up to it. Up and up and up the stairs.
Still be big?
Open sea, they can catching the fish. Around here, so
Here's the cave.
Fish not too big. They can survive.
Very beautiful.
They escaped the shore. Yeah, and they just came for the fresh water, for drinking water, rainwater.
It's our boat on the right.
Còn đâu nữa vì người bước đi, biển đời xa xa tình yêu phai nhòa.
Ladies, you have me the photo. Me and
Matt.
my friend. Yeah.
Matt.
Very much.
Oh, thank you.
Salad.
Spring rolls.
And it is similar for the happy couple here, right? Happy honeymoon. We would like to wish you.
This is like, woo!
Wow.
Wow.
It's
the shit.
We can stay up. Later I can turn around here. Take a photo.
Prawns. Sweet and sour fish. Stir-fried beef.
So tonight we have a two couple honeymoon couple, right?
Gia đình chúng tôi rất được vinh dự nên đây chào đón các bạn đến với con tàu của chúng tôi. Quãng đường thăm vịnh Bái Tử Long vừa qua.
Băng cong trên vịnh Hạ Long, hai đứa hai đầu xa thẳm, đường ra chân mùa này đẹp lắm. Trường Sơn Đông nhớ Trường Sơn Tây, Trường Sơn Tây anh đi thương em bên ấy mưa nhiều con đường mà đánh nhau, mũi bay rừng già cho dài bàn tay áo, đến dâu rồi em có lấy bằng không.
Look, sunshine. Simple breakfast today. This morning we get to visit this floating village and pearl farm.
I don't know if you can tell, but my face is slightly pink. I just got a little bit of sun. But let me tell you how I fail at sun protection. Yesterday, we're getting ready to go out kayaking, and it looks like it might get sunny. The clouds might burn off a little bit. So I grab the sunscreen, grab the camera, whatever, and off we go. And then we sit down for a barbecue lunch on the beach, and the sun comes out. So I get out my sunscreen, put it on my face, we're all happy. It was my shampoo conditioner. I smeared shampoo all over my face. It didn't help with the sun at all. And it smelled like shampoo. I'm ridiculous.
It may have helped a little bit. It was like a opaque mask.
Everything, the fish, chicken or meat is fresh, still alive, more expensive. So that's why they just they bought the chicken, storing here, and someone want to buy and go. And then now they just learn how to farming fish at home, right? Yes.
That's the school.
The school lasts for about 15 years, from 2000 to 2015. 1994 they have the house floating, and until 2000 the government decided to open floating school for children here, for children can go to study. Yeah, but you see the children after the primary school they stay. They don't go to Halong City because they are too young, about 11 years old.
So that right now the government decide to have them by different way. We building apartment in the city and remove the whole family, parent or children to mainland for them to go to school from the first class in boarding school, and we give them free school, because we want to change their life, give them a good opportunity. Because they are very poor like this, they are very hard, have very hard life. And you see,
this is the oyster farm. All these buoys hold big nets full of oysters. They plant nuclei in the oyster, give it about 3 years for the oyster to turn it into a pearl, and then harvest. The oysters are imported from Japan rather than bred here.
so you see that the ovary of the oyster here, right? The plant he planting the nuclear inside before. Now you can see.
Final result: pearl necklaces. Very pretty. 21 million Vietnamese dong and up.
Alright, so now poor dear Matt seems to be breaking out in some hives. We're thinking lots of random seafood that we don't normally have. Squids and fishes and I don't know, maybe something weird. So it's 10 o'clock and he's gonna take 2 antihistamines, add to his regime of medicine.
Our final meal on the boat. We get to eat outside this time because the weather's finally nice. Last few minutes on the boat as we roll back into Halong Bay.
Very well. Cable car.
Had a great time. Gonna miss it. She's being helpful. Can't you tell?
I know you're anyway.
So the last part of our Indochina Junk tour, they bring us to a little cultural village called Young Duck, and we're going to have a water puppet show. This is our last hotel. Our final accommodations in Vietnam. This is the Conifer Boutique Hotel. Views out over this old church. Check this out, just parked here in downtown Hanoi. This old USMC Jeep.
Fully restored.
That is too cool. It's amazing that nobody ever hits anybody. We've wandered down here to Boon Chong, Quang Lien. This is where Obama and Anthony Bourdain ate dinner together. So we're gonna go in and get the Obama special. Check it out. Thank you. There it is. Boon Cha, fried crab rolls, Hanoi beer. This is the Obama special meal. So how was your Boon Cha?
Delightfully meat nearly free. Because you ate all of my meat.
I did.
Except for 2 pieces.
I liked it. It was yummy.
Good.
And mine was good too, but not as good as the last place that we had Boon Cha. That Boon Cha was better.
That Boon Cha was so good that Matt made me some.
Yes.
He was like, here, have some of this broth. I was like, are you done? No. We found an ice cream place. It's from New Zealand. Matthew got Mang Khao, which is a Nona, as well as strawberry. And I got meat, which is jackfruit, and dua kom, which is cocoa green rice. We'll see how it goes.
Look at this, a BMW i8. Continental breakfast at our hotel. Yummy looking things.
So much better than America.
I've got meats hiding underneath here too. Gah! We realized that we left our little backpack at the Obama Boonja place last night. Set it down next to the table when we ate and left without it. And there's nothing important in it except for the DSLR camera and a couple of memory cards full of photos. So that's a big deal. Big mistake.
Look what we found. Complete with water bottle.
Relief.
At our wonderful Boonja place.
So relieved.
Yes.
We gave them a couple 100,000 Vietnamese dong for a tip for keeping it for us.
Yay! Now we can have a good time.
Yes. We decided to duck down one of these tiny little alleys to see what are the conditions that the locals live in. Hello. Hello. I feel like this is... more pretty pink flowers surrounding this nice little lake in Hanoi. There's a lot of little lakes in Hanoi, really. These little parks are lakes surrounded entirely by concrete. But in the midst of a big bustling city, they're a nice reprieve. There's swans in this lake. White swans and black swans. Another community water jug with lime. There's a glass in it. Just come up and take a drink. It's just here on the sidewalk. We've come to the Vietnamese Military History Museum. There's a tank out front. There's a big plane out front. This exhibit shows how they stopped the Mongolian army from invading in 1288. They put a bunch of these spiky logs, capped in metal, in the river so that they couldn't float up the river. Who needs one arrow when you can shoot 5 at a time?
Resistance.
Looks like a really old Colt 1911. Every good army needs its musical instruments to sound the charge. A Vietnamese bomb circa 1950 and a grenade launcher on the right. Don't step in that hole. The Vietnamese would use the tires of destroyed French equipment to make shoes, sandals. Lots of things that are captured of French stuff, French planes, French equipment that was blown up and used. This bicycle was used to carry supplies for Vietnamese troops. They'd carry about 200 pounds of goods on the bicycle. Stone cannonballs. I don't think I'd want to stand next to a cannon shooting one of those. A familiar icon of the American War, the Huey helicopter that would ferry in American troops. U.S. Air Force airplane. I can't tell what type of planes these are from underneath, but I bet if I... AD-5 Skyraider. I'm not familiar with that airplane. U.S. Navy plane. That must be the Skyraider. This one's something else. AD-6 Skyraider from the Air Force. That engine has seen better days. Neat to be able to see the insides of some jet engines though. A display of all the types of bombs that the U.S. used. This one, full of all the little bomblets, is particularly nasty against troops. I want a tank in my living room. Here's some familiar weapons. The M16, bazooka, AK-47s, an American Jeep, captured in 1975. A display on the magnetic mines used to sink American battleships, they say. I'm guessing it was more like patrol boats based on the pictures. I don't think we sent too many battleships up the rivers. This was the 12.7mm machine gun that was used to shoot down the 3,000th American aircraft in 1968. Pretty simple gun. In total, there were like 4,400 some American aircraft that were shot down over the course of the war. Here's the remains of one. Some sort of fighter, I'd presume. So here's an M16, but they're calling it an AR-15 submachine gun. It's not quite right. It's an M16 fully automatic machine gun. Torpedo launchers, rockets, tanks, APCs, all of these belong to the Vietnamese. Most of them are manufactured by the Soviets, so these would have been used to fight the Americans. The America imperialists. American Chinook helicopter, whose blade sticks out over the sidewalk. Oh yeah. This is an F-5 jet used by the American Air Force. And some Soviet MiGs supplied to the North Vietnamese Liberation Army that were used to shoot down American jets and B-52s. A-37B aircraft used by the American Air Force. Never heard of this particular one myself. Pile of American aircraft with the Vietnamese flag on the Citadel flying behind it. That's a statement right there. From up here on the Citadel, you can see quite the nice view of the museum. The kids have found us. We can't climb to the top. They won't let us, it's barred.
Matt found a little poster, propaganda poster that he likes. And I think that Vietnamese children are louder than American children.
Yep.
Hey everybody, hey everybody. Get with Matt. Let's take pictures. Big hugs, big hugs. Hello. Let's go.
We've made our way to the mausoleum of Ho Chi Minh, here in the city. It's got these large expanses of walkways with grass, but it kind of looks like rice paddies. I assume that's kind of what they were going for.
Mấy khi đã được xem này, có mặt nó không nhìn xuống đất mà nó biết là quen rồi. Đấy, mà nhiều người trông không giống cười luôn.
That's some very big, important government building. We wanted to walk in there and the policemen are like, oh no you don't, nobody goes in here. Alright, we've been walking for a while to come to this restaurant, Cha Ka. It was recommended to us somewhere online as I was looking around for the best places, so there it is. We'll try it out. Alright, this place only has one option on the menu. Cha Ka is some sort of fish cooked in a traditional way, apparently. We can get beer and dessert and Vietnamese tea. Alright, he's grilling our fish for us. We got a nice couple from New Jersey who sat down next to us. Okay, it's ready to eat. Take a little bit of all this stuff and mix it in your bowl along with some fish and the greens, and then you eat. It's got a bunch of like dill in it, so that's a strong flavor that's coming through, but it reminds me of the bun cha kind of. There's less sweet and sour juice, but it's really good. It's a fun experience. I'm glad we came here. We had no idea what to expect. I put it on the map so long ago I couldn't remember why.
So Matthew, tell us what we get after our main meal.
This is our dessert. It is pomelo, which is the same as those big green fruits there in the bowl. And it looks like it comes with some sugar and spices that maybe we put on it. Just
well,
guessing.
I hope I want it too.
I hope so too. Amy's wanting to find this tattoo place to find a new lip ring because hers fell out, but it's not quite clear if we're supposed to be going up here or not. This is very low ceilings. If you couldn't tell, I'm ducking at the waist. It's gonna be our first cyclo ride.
Oh my gosh, it's terrifying in front of us.
Cyclo.
We're going the wrong way.
That's okay. Riding past the lake, holding up traffic. This is a cyclo right there, that's what we're on. But ours is faster. Because I'm driving or something. Bringing us right to our hotel, where we will collapse and relax for a while. Continuing our vacation tradition of dessert first, we've picked up ice cream on our way to dinner. Amy's got coconut ice cream.
Coconut milk ice cream.
And I have green tea mochi ice cream.
Yum.
Very good. We've made our way to Duong's for dinner. It's one of the places that was rated 5 stars by TripAdvisor that was within a kilometer of walking distance from our hotel, so it's a good place for dinner. And
fancy. The table is ready.
Excellent. So I'm gonna get the traditional set that's several courses of deliciousness.
So the first I will take the
very nice scrape to add to my collection of bumps, bruises, hives, and everything else I've had on this trip. I got this scrape in Bai Tu Long Bay when we had the lunch on the beach. I was searching out a place to go pee over in the rocks away from everybody and found some very slippery, slimy rocks which I thought I could navigate barefoot. Nope. Down I went, scraped up my elbow, got my clothes all slimy, grimy, dirty, and got a really big bruise on my butt from landing ass first on the rock and then down all the bumpiness. It's been a rough trip on Matthew.
Yeah, and I've been trying to help. When he told me, I was actually on the boat when this happened, and I came back and he was swimming, and then he got out and I was like, oh my gosh, there's blood running down your arm. And he was like, yeah, remember when we went over there and you were like, don't step there, it's slippery. I stepped there trying to pee. I fell down. Oh, poor Matthew. Doesn't matter if Amy tries to help or not. He's gonna fall. He's gonna hide. He's gonna poke. It's gonna be bad.
Okay.
And this one is the white cocoa sapiness, and the last one we have the mango and strawberry. We bring it together.
We're here at Dong's fancy restaurant. I'm not sure if you can see that. Top Chef Vietnam. Apparently he was a winner on Top Chef Vietnam at some point. And we just got fancy things and we're about to get more fancy things. Oh my goodness, so much food.
And for example, you have to cut it to small.
Okay.
And first, you take one rice paper. And for this, you have to shine, and you put the sunny side down. Just become ready. And you take your hand and dip it with the soya sauce here.
I'm so glad you told me how to enjoy my meal.
Thank you. Meal keeps getting fancier. Amy's over here chowing down on her spring roll pancake thing. It's got all these fresh herbs that are really yummy. Lemon balm and other unidentified things. Thank you. So this is a bowl of beef pho.
Fresh mushroom soup with asparagus and cinnamon. Super yummy. I don't know what this is, but I'm gonna eat it. Barbecued pork for the boy.
On lemongrass.
Lemongrass skewers, how fancy.
Okay.
He has to tell us how to eat our food because we don't know. Matt was gonna do it wrong. First you have to take out the lemongrass. Yummy.
Lemon balm.
Always the fresh greens.
Very much like a bun chop. Explosion of sweet, sour, lemony goodness. The lemongrass and the lemon balm. Lots of lemon flavor going on. It's yummy. Dessert has arrived. Amy's eating out of this black hole of a bowl. What is it?
It's hot passion fruit cake with some sort of ice cream.
And mine is black sticky rice with coconut milk.
Coconut ice cream.
Coconut ice cream.
We have arrived at the beginning of the night market. The streets are blocked off down there. People are burning money. I see some stalls set up. We'll see how it goes.
Anybody want a coconut? I do. Another continental breakfast back at our hotel. Amy looking beautiful and posing at the Vietnamese Women's Museum. Not sure what all is going to be on the display in here, but it's interesting, so we'll check it out. The first exhibit is primarily talking about weddings and the different rituals that they go through for a wedding. The groom's family has to give gifts to the bride's family in compensation because she's going to go live with the groom's family. And the second exhibit has to deal with childbirth. Ritual for the boy's first month involves a crossbow. Boys like weapons, no matter the culture, no matter the age. This exhibit's talking about the working women here in Hanoi. If something happens to their husband, if he gets injured or sick, a lot of times they leave their family, they leave the farm, they leave the rice paddies, and they come to sell goods in Hanoi to try and make enough money to support their family and work 14 to 18-hour days to do it. Sounds like a really hard life. And in the end of working like 10 days like that, they only take home about $20. This section talks about life on farms. Worship of the Mother Goddess exhibit. Amy will now demonstrate how to use a traditional mill to grind corn. Now she's got it. No, you're not supposed to go over here. You're supposed to pull on it hard enough that it gets past 12 o'clock, and then you push it.
Well, I didn't. Matt's going to show us how it's done.
This exhibit is about women in history. Important women who've accomplished great things. A section on women's fashion. We spend a lot of time walking. I bet for every day in the city, we walk at least 4 or 5 miles. After several days of that, your feet get tired. We've walked a couple kilometers to come to this place, Bun Cha Da Kim. It's supposed to be the best bun cha in Hanoi, so it'll be our final lunch before we get on the plane tonight. Look at all that bun cha. So much yummy bun cha. And here it is, our lovely looking bun cha and spring rolls. Oh, yummy. Look at that sweet, sour, umami goodness, grilled pork. Amy's thrilled.
Many of Hanoi's roads are organized by the type of product that's sold on them. So this road is a bunch of, you know, cookware and other tin-related things. Both sides, forever. It's really odd. It seems like you wouldn't want to set up shop next to your competitors, but that's the way it's done here. And on the next block, every street has locks, doorknobs, metal fencing, and fasteners. Every single shop, both sides of the street. Next block, wrapping paper and party supplies. Anybody need hats? Hats? Anyone? We've got your hats. Would you like to have your wedding here in the street? You could do that.
We have found a jewelry store where everything is printed with a 3D printer. How cool is that? And there they are using their 3D printers. How fancy. How cool.
So one of the Vietnamese things that we're told we have to try while we're here is egg coffee. And this is the original place where it was invented, Giang's Cafe. And so we've walked a couple of kilometers to come down here to Giang's Cafe to try this out. And the guy that told us about it told us you have to go upstairs to get the real thing. So that's where we're headed. Oh man, crowded. Here it is, an egg coffee. This one's cold. Normally it's hot, but it's really hot today, so we got it cold. It tastes like some sort of frappuccino. It doesn't taste like egg at all.
And cold with ice cubes.
Yes, that is really yummy. Last 3 hours before we have to head back to the airport. Come back down to the lake to relax and people watch. And Amy, what did we buy?
Egg coffee?
No, before that.
Oh, a 4-part lacquered inlaid thing. It's super pretty. You guys are gonna like it.
The weary travelers have been on their feet since noon. It's now 7:30. We're tired of walking. It's time to eat some ice cream.
So we've got Cocoa Paradise, which is coconut ice cream with rum and chocolate, and a banana split with mango and chocolate ice cream.
Yum. Tired. Looking where it's going.
I want to drive the tank. I would so be in that tank if I was a kid. Heck yeah. We've spent the last of our money on a cyclo ride back to the hotel where our taxi will be waiting to take us to the airport. Seemed like a good way to spend the last of our money.
We're awesome travelers, so we now have 0 Vietnamese dong. So we made it to Seoul International Airport, and we decided to take a nap because it was ridiculous. And what's the point of going into Seoul if you're just tired and grumpy and want to go to sleep all day? And Matt's throat hurts real bad. He doesn't like to talk. It's sad. Our first real view of real Seoul. We finally made it out of the train station. Matt's card stopped working, so we finally had to push through the gate. That was very confusing. Oh, A big city. What do you know? Matt's comment. Wow, it's hard to read street names. I don't know what he's saying. I'm supposed to be pretending to... Oh, look. So we're on our way to the market, and we are taking some back deserted alley roads. And even the main roads are not very populated because apparently it's the weekend and kind of early. So anyhow, we're on an adventure.
So one of the things that I had on my list that I wanted to try was these honey-filled Korean pancakes, and I found them at one of the first stalls, so... It's almost got like a little bit of a peanut butter taste to it.
Not mine.
There's something nutty going on here.
Yeah, you wacko.
That is really good. Got cinnamon maybe too?
I don't know. I got to the cinnamon part.
It's like
delicious.
An apple pie and a pancake almost, but without apples. And honey. I could eat this all day.
Ooh, more food. Now I have a vegetable-filled pancake, and Matt has chicken with noodles or something.
Yeah, really not sure what it is.
He looked at the chicken and said, I want that, and
well,
so...
I think it's chicken.
He looked at the breaded ball of red goo and said, that's what I want. What is it?
I'm not sure.
What is it?
I'm really not sure. Seems like undercooked meat with something really chewy. I really don't know what this is. It looks like a mozzarella cheese stick, but it's not
But does
cheese.
it taste good?
It tastes like the sauce. It's like maybe it's taro or something. I don't know. I don't love it.
Matt dumped his red stuff because, well, it's all over his chin, so he only kind of dumped it.
I'm pretty sure that chicken was not cooked all the way through and it was grossing me out, so.
Welcome to my world.
Yeah.
Now he's got a dumpling.
It's a pork dumpling.
Is it cooked?
It's cooked.
Okay, well, wipe it on your chin. It'll get a little spicier.
Do we have that napkin?
I put 2 of them in your pocket.
Hey. Wow, there's a lot of red on my chin. This tastes like a really good egg roll. These all look delicious. We're not sure which ones we want.
We are not sure which ones are which.
That's true. Language barriers. What did we end up with?
I don't know. I tried to point at the sign, but it was too far away, and she didn't like it, and she was just like, no, choose something, point to something. So I said, okay, one of those and one of those. And she said, okay, one of those, and one of these. And I was like, okay. So now we have 3 things, and we don't know what they are.
You better get to trying them.
This one's filled with purple goo. Red bean. It's good.
It's like an elephant ear on the outside, but with something savory in the middle. And the next one is, looks like a Twinkie. I'm sure it's not.
It's also filled with something. This time it's kind of whitish, but I haven't really gotten anything in my mouth.
That's weird. I don't like that one. And the mystery third one?
Last but not least. Meat filled?
Meat and veggie?
Uh-huh.
It's like the egg roll, but in a bun.
In a sweet bun. Huh.
After being in dirty Vietnam, where there's trash and grime and soot and everything else everywhere, Seoul seems like a very clean city which is really nice. And everybody here is just really respectful. Having stuffed ourselves to the gills, we shall now venture into Namsan Park and go find the library for Amy. There's this woven rope carpet on the walkway. This is a steep uphill, so we're thinking this is maybe for when it gets slick, if there's a bunch of ice, because you would come sliding down what we're walking up right now. The Great Wall of Seoul. It goes up forever. It's a really tall tower. Not this one, but that one. Just barely visible in the fog. Little outdoor libraries in the park, right outside the Seoul Public Library. Made it. It is so quiet in here. Since we're gluttons for punishment, we decided we might as well keep climbing and get to the tallest thing in this entire city. All the way up the hill to the big Namsan spire. We must get a hell of a lot of water coming down this mountain. Giant stone spillways. We're almost up to the tower. I think the fog is getting thicker. We're not going to be able to see much up there, but there's a tram that'll take us down the other side. Behold Seoul below us. Very foggy, unfortunately. There's our tower. Apparently the lights on the tower act as an air quality indicator. If it's shining red, that's not good. Yeah, it shows grapes and coconuts. Tastes like coconut and strawberry.
It tastes like coconut and green wine grapes to me.
We really walked up a long way. We walked up taller than the skyscrapers, and we started in the subway beneath them. That little hill over there, that's where that Great Wall was. It seemed really high at the time, and it was not compared to the hill we're coming down now. That's the Namsan market, or however it's pronounced, below us. We just stepped into what we thought was a regular elevator, expecting it to go down, and it's like a diagonal tram. It started moving and really threw us off.
And this one was free.
Yeah.
Even better.
How to cross this busy street? This underpass, apparently. Amy's ordered a spicy kimchi pancake.
Kimmy brought in kimchi pancakes before, and they were my favorite.
Ah.
Thank you.
All right. Not too spicy.
Not spicy?
Not too spicy.
Oh,
very good. Another one of these honey-filled pancakes.
Because yum.
How do you like your kimchi?
It's good. It's a little bit spicier than Kim's, but it's good.
I think I'm gonna get a mozzarella cheese hot dog. Alright, I'm getting a skewer of meat too. Frying it up for me right now. Meat. Meaty meat. Ah. Hot meat. Hot meat. Mmm.
What kind is it?
I don't know.
You never know these things. One of the reasons I try not to buy meat sometimes. I like to know.
And Amy had to get 2 more of these honey pancakes. And that's it. We're about out of money. We're definitely out of time. We got to head back to the train. Go to the airport again. It's been great, Korea. We'll come back again someday.
We got $4 left. We're good at this game.
Seoul's subway system is expansive, and we're in the main Seoul station, and there's like 20 plus different subway lines that run through here, and we've asked 3 different people for directions on where we need to buy tickets for the airport express line, and we've gotten 3 drastically different answers that's sending us all over the place. At this point, I don't think we're gonna make the train we're trying to get on, and we may have to catch the next one, so we'll see. All right, airport railroad, that's a good sign. We made it, just barely. Came down the elevator and the train doors were already open. Show in the airport.